welcome to the Becomings. Okay, so I didn't do a video as often as I wanted to. I said once a month, and then I said once a week, and then in my mind I said every day, but that didn't happen. So here is my effort to do just that. Plus, this weekend was Thanksgiving weekend, and I had a great weekend. So I just wanted to share some good vibes with the world. Okay? Awesome freaking weekend. Thanksgiving this year. Okay, now I didn't know how I would feel. This is the first year that I did not spend Thanksgiving with any of my children. We decided to do Friendsgiving this year. So I hung out with my best friend and her family. My kids was together. Well, most of my kids grown, but they were all together with their friends. And they had a great weekend too. But one thing that stood out that I noticed, okay, so this is a best friend from childhood. At this point, we have known each other over half our lives. We pretty much know a great deal of each other's families and all of that stuff, right? The household that we went to, her family that we went to, is kind of like my family too. Like, they're like my family too. Not quite as close, of course, as me and my best friend, but like, they're in a different state, so I don't see them often. But that's cool. So it had been a while since I seen them, and it was my first time going to this house that they have. Ain't seen that kid since they was little itty bitties, you know, that type of thing. And then I met some additional family members that I hadn't met before, that maybe I just like heard stories of or something like that. Siblings to the family that we used to hang out with. Anyway, to get closer to the point, get to the point. I had a good freaking weekend. I was thinking that it wasn't going to be so good. I didn't think, just recently I've been in my head a lot about stuff. And I don't know, well, I know why, but it don't make sense for me to do that. Okay? So, you know, we are staying out of our head, or we are not dwelling in our head as much. And because I was concerned with like how I would come off, one of the things that has been at me that I'm working on is me caring what other people think about me. And it's not even so much like caring what other people think about me, like, oh my God, I want people to like me or whatever, because I know I'm dope as fuck. I'm a cool person. I'm not everybody's cup of tea, but you know, I know a person, you know me, you like me. Like, it ain't too many, if anybody, that just like, oh, I can't stand that bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, you know, no, yeah. Anyway, but my concern is exactly how I will come off. If I'm coming off to people, if people's perception of me is the perception that I have of myself. Or, okay, in this situation in particular, my best friend told me that the woman of the house that we were going to felt like, you know, I was invited to come, but she thought that she didn't think that I would want to come. She didn't think that I liked her. You know, which is not true. She irritates me a little bit, but she's cool. She's good people, you know. She alright. I don't dislike her. you know, that I remember. I don't think we ever had like a big falling out. Like we maybe had like a disagreement about the kids one day or something like that, you know, like when our kids was little, it was playing or something like that, or like how we discipline the kids or something. But we hung out plenty of times, did plenty of stuff since then. Like that wasn't like that was nothing. That was nothing. So when I went there, it was important to me that I like myself, but I know that I can be a bit aggressive sometimes, or like my plain face can come off mean, or sometimes I just kind of get in my head, or it can get withdrawn, and people would take that as I don't want to have anything to do with them, or like I think I'm better than them or something. So I want to be mindful about my actions and my energy and how someone else may perceive me, you know? So I didn't want to give her the impression that I didn't like her. But I also, in trying to not give the impression that I don't like her, I also did not want to, well, one, give the impression that I was kissing ass, or two, give the impression that I was being fake, right? So I know, like, sometimes if a person is trying to be nice or cordial or something like that, like it's a certain voice or a certain tone, and sometimes it can just be a bit much, and it just comes off as inauthentic. And I didn't want that. So I was concerned about that. So I'm like, but then if I start thinking about it too much and I get too anxious about it, then it can still be the same thing. I'll come off, you know, some type of way and make it seem like I don't like the person, or I got an issue with the person or something. So what I did was, on the way there, and I'm so grateful that I did not have to drive this trip. I got to park the van and I got to ride with my friend, and it was so freaking nice. I got to stare out the window and look at scenery a bit longer without having to worry, and like eyes right back to the road, you know, that type of thing. So I'm like, this is so nice, so nice, so nice to sit. I love driving, but it's so nice to sit in the passenger seat sometimes. Just, ooh. Okay, so I ate too many edibles. And now, okay, so my tolerance level, I don't know if I got too many enzymes or something that like kill off the THC or what it is, but the dosage that works for other people don't work for me. So I made some oil at home myself, and I made some muffins with my oil, and I made sure that it was extra potent, extra potent. Okay, and it was lovely. But once by the time we got to that house, I was a little out of it. I was chill. It was cool, and I'm like, hey, I miss you, I love you, and all this stuff. And I felt like that was a bit over the top, and she was just like, oh, okay. And now, I'm not 100% sure, but I think she has a bit of autism. So she has issues picking up on certain social cues and stuff. So I could just imagine that she was like, okay, this is different and weird. Mo don't usually act like this. Okay. So She just kind of did her little confused half smiles, and stuff like that. Anyway, it was okay. And then, but I didn't stop there. I continued, like, I had another piece of the and then I made some tea too. So I'm like sipping on my infused tea, and I had another piece of the muffin, and I was just out of it. Like, I was so high. People are talking to me, and I'm thinking the response in my head, not aware that I'm not saying it out loud. This had happened so much that halfway through the night, I'm sitting on the couch, and I'm like half in, half out. I hadn't gone to sleep, so I was already tired anyway. And then I'm just like riding this high, half sleepy. I'm like, okay. Okay. Then I start thinking, like, I'm hearing somebody in the other room, in the dining room, having a conversation. Something about, like, cars and, like, engineering or something like that. And I'm responding, I'm chiming in, putting my 2 cents in, like I'm a freaking mechanic or something, right? But I'm, like, putting my 2 cents in my mind, and I'm thinking I'm saying it out loud. And I swear that switched to, like, I ended up having a whole conversation, like, call and response. I'm talking and I'm answering myself in my mind, thinking it's a whole conversation. And then by the time I, like, snap back into focus and I look, they had stepped outside. So I'm like, I'm having this whole they not even in here. Like, I must have been asleep or, like, half sleep. Like, I was tripping. I was so tripping. It was crazy. But you know what the best part is? What made it so amazing? Okay? I saw people, that I've known for years that I hadn't seen in a long time. I hung out with my best friend. Usually, we just, I just pop up at her house or something like that. And be kind of like in and out or whatever. But we actually, like, hung out. And that's good. We hadn't done that in years. And even though her back was hurting, which wasn't good. Anyway. My mind was not racing. At home, my mind is racing like crazy. Okay? Like, I'm sitting there, I'm trying to write up plans, I'm working on books. Even I am not working a 9-to-5 right now, but when I was a short while ago, I would even be at work and I'm like doing one thing and my mind is just racing over here on something else. You know what I'm saying? Like, my job, I mean, it was just so kind of like simple. It was like on autopilot. But if somebody came and asked something off routine, if I'm not thinking, and I look slow because I'm not going to respond quick. Because so I may end up giving them something. Anyway, my mind would just be everywhere else but right there in the moment where I'm at. On this trip, when I got away, my mind was not racing like that. Like, I remembered a couple of times just watching TV or engaging in conversation. Or even that night, because we stayed the night, and even that night, like, I picked up the book and I am just reading the pages on the book. Right? My mind isn't all over the place, like it wasn't scattered. That is something that I had not felt in a long time. And to be quite honest, I don't remember ever feeling Like, that was the goal, like to have that all the time where I can just be present, mind not racing. Now, if I don't know if it was because I was just in a different area and it's a totally different frequency, or if it was the edibles and I had just the right amount of dosage not to really like function or drive or do anything, but to like just relax my damn mind. But whatever it was freaking amazing. Okay, we came back, and since it's the holiday weekend, and one daughter was going to do my other daughter, was going to do my youngest daughter here, I left her at her sister's house, and I did not go home. I stayed with my friend the entire weekend, and it was freaking beautiful. I mean, it was just lovely, okay? Just being in the moment, just hanging out, chilling. Even when my mind did kind of like go off a little bit, came back quick, you know, I was really able to just observe and then get right back to what I was doing, or right back in the conversation that I was having. Like, it's freaking amazing. We sitting there watching movies. I'm not thinking like comparing the movie to things in life or past situations, or, you know, like generalizing it to things in the world, to fucked up shit in the world and stuff like that. Like, just watching a movie. It was just a movie. That was such a relief. That was like I felt like I was freed from my mind this weekend. So now it's time to pick up baby girl and go home and get ready to start our week. And yeah, I'm really hoping that it continues. I'm like, I want to live in this peace as long as possible. But this is the real test. You know what I'm saying? Like Sunday night, about to go back home. Me and baby girl get ready for the week. Let's see. I can't wait to see if my mind goes right back to those same thought patterns. If it's the area, if it's that I need to just change locations ASAP. You know, like, fuck a strategic plan. Like, I just really need to get out of there and save my mind. Or if I was really freed from that this weekend, because you take you wherever you go. And so if it's me, then it don't matter where I'm at. I just needed to be able to use the right tools to free my mind. Or if it is the environment, if it's something about the frequency in the area, the vibrations in the area, and I don't know if it's like, I don't fucking know. If it's the area, it could be feng shui. Maybe I need to move some shit around. Maybe I need to put the internet box on the other side or something. I don't know. Towers in the area, like, I don't freaking know. But we'll see. Okay, I know this is a good feeling. I know this is a fantastic feeling. I am so grateful. I wish I wasn't as high on Thanksgiving Day. Unless me being that high is the cause for my thoughts being free. And if that's the case, then I am glad. Everything was as it should have been. Shit. Even if I do regret it, everything still is and was as it should have been, because You know, it's just fantastic. Everything falls into place. It is what it is. And everything is working to my good. I truly believe that. I am naming it and claiming it. Okay? All those positive stuff. Because life and death is in the tongue. All things are working to my good. Everything is working out great. No matter what it may look like right now, everything is good. I mean, it truly is. It truly is. It truly is. And I am grateful. Alright. So, I have arrived. So, I'm going to get baby girl and go. And I'm going to say peace out to you guys. Thank you for listening. Just thank you for listening. Maybe this added value to you. And I hope you had a great Thanksgiving. Shit. Maybe you need to get out of your situation. Maybe you need to, whether it's the situation in your mind, the physical situation, or where you live at. I don't know. But I would love to know what works for you. So, you know, there you go. Let me know. Let me know what has worked for you or what you are trying. What is working, what is not working, what you're hoping for. As far as the change in mindset, thought patterns. Because, you know, everything is mental. Everything that you experience in the world, you first experience in your mind. Everything is internal. Even the external has internal effects. Shit, the internal is external. It goes out to the external. It has external effects. But it starts with the internal, with the inside of you. The go within. Happens from within and not without. Without what? Okay. Alright, anyway, I'm gone. Love you. Peace out. See you tomorrow. Claiming that too. Just get on, I'm going to record something. Just going to talk about something. Alright, peace. Oh, one thing. Let me throw this in there. Okay. That edible, my friend had some pain medicine. That pain medicine was not working. She ended up having to email her doctor and let her doctor know because it was not working. Okay, she was in terrible pain on the drive up to her people's house. We got there. She had like a shot of something that she should not have been drinking with the pain medicine, but anyway, and she was still in terrible pain. Used like a massager. I rubbed her back a little bit. It's like a deep muscle thing. Honestly, I was too fucking high. I also feel like I could have did a better job at that too. But anyway. Long story short, her people had a gummy from a dispensary that was supposed to be like euphoric feeling and stuff like that. She ate it. She was in terrible fucking pain all the way through the night. Okay. Into the next day. That morning, we stopped and got some icy hot on our way, headed back home. We got on the highway, got back home. She was still in a whole lot of pain. Okay. So I gave her some of my muffins. She was not in pain anymore. Okay. And she went to sleep. Slept throughout the day. Okay. She woke up Several hours later, took her daughter where she had to take her daughter, and then ended up going to the emergency room. They gave her a shot of a muscle relaxer to help her muscles, and then gave her a pain reliever, a prescription for a pain reliever or whatever. So she went and laid down, hoping that would help, and it eased the pain some, but it did not help with the pain. Okay. The one thing that did help with the pain was that edible muffin that she ate that was full spectrum, made from what was a combination of Granddaddy Purple and purple Skittles that I had, and I used those and made the oil that made the the muffins, and that did help her. Okay. So, I just had to put that in there. Alright. Peace out. Love ya.